Alright. Okie dokie dokie dokie. Life and ready to go. Everyone got a drink? Everyone ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, session 8. Before we go into the recap of what happened last session, I need to know. Kylos, does a 21 hit you?
No.
The fuck?
Huh? You sure? What's your AC?
Oh, AC.
Yeah.
It's 2017. Yeah, it hits me.
Alright. Crack! You get smacked across the face, and we are. Oh, fuck, hold on, this fucking music. That's too. Oh. Okay, there we go. Right. Crack! You are smacked across the face, a fist right into your center of your face. You're sent reeling and spinning around, your head ringing with pain. And as you come try and get your senses back, that waft of shit smell just sinks back into your nose. Oh! Jesus Christ. You look in front of you as the ring of people is surrounding you. One man in front of you. A young little sparked up kid bouncing on his feet, holding his two fists up to you. You don't know what you fucking got yourself in for here, cunt. Come here! It is your turn.
What do I do?
You are in a fight, motherfucker. You paid 30 gold to bet on yourself to win this fight.
Right, fuck him up.
Alright? Go for it. What are your attacks? What are you doing?
What am I doing? It's been ages since I've
It
done this.
has been a while since you've done some combat.
Oh, what are my abilities?
So
I'm
you
just gonna
have your
flurry of blows.
yeah. Well, yeah. So you've got your regular arm strike, flurry of blows on your key points. So
I'm gonna do a melee hit, right?
yep. So roll to attack.
How do I roll it?
You
there.
click on the name Monk Unarmed Strike. Oh, there we go. But you need to roll first. That's just the damage. Just need to roll the.
Doesn't he
Doesn't he what? Sorry.
doesn't he attack first and then use his
Yeah. So
flurry of
look,
Yeah, I
use
do, I
a
do.
regular attack first.
Yeah, I'm pressing it, but it's
So
not
where
rolling.
it says Monk Unarmed Strike to the left of where the damage is.
Yeah, I'm pressing it. It's doing nothing.
Come out and back in of the character sheet just in case.
Yeah. Still nothing? Oh, here we go.
Alright, a 14. A 14 does hit. Roll damage.
Alright.
8 damage. Okay. You return fire. Poof! With your palmed fist straight into this guy's nose. He's staggering back. 8 damage marked. Still got the rest of your turn.
Then it's gonna be the flurry of blows.
2 more attacks then.
Yeah. Normal roll.
15 hits. Roll damage.
What?
7. Second attack. Go. Roll to
I have
hit
to
again.
roll
Yeah.
again. Yeah.
That's with your mace, but it's fine. It's the same bonuses. Roll down. Oh, take the 5 damage. So that's another 5 damage. As he staggers back, you rush into the fence and just 2 quick hits in the chest and sent him staggering back once more. Oh, fuck! I ain't going in the shit today. This is you, motherfucker. And he's gonna come back and return fire again. He is going to roll to smack you in the ribs. Does a 17 hit you?
Yes.
Ooh. That's 6 points of damage.
Yeah.
And then he is going to attempt to grapple you. This is a contested athletics roll on his part against your athletics as well. So just roll athletics check.
Athletics.
He rolled a 14. So he,
Fucking prick.
after he smacks you in the ribs and you double down to the side a bit, he comes behind you and holds you in a headlock behind. It's now your turn. You are considered restrained. You can take your action to try and get out of it.
Right.
Using your action
So
to get
roll
out
to
of it is...
attack.
It's a... So you're restrained and you...
Was it a...
Wait, hold on. No, I need to check. Can you attack while you're restrained? Attacks rolls against the creature eventually. You can attack, but your attack will be at disadvantage.
Okay.
Or you can use an action to try and get out of being restrained, which will be another contested athletics check.
Let's go athletics again.
Alright. Meets it, beats it. He rolled another 14. You muscle out of it, and that... You sort of like shove him off and elbow him, spin around to face him again. You have used your action, but you can use your key points for other things if you want, or any other bonus action you might have.
What else do I have?
I believe you can use your key point to take the dodge action as a bonus action, which means his attacks will be at disadvantage.
Dodge.
Yeah, so it's a what's it? Patient
Unarmored
defense.
defense.
Patient defense. That's the thing.
Oh, patient defense. Yeah. Okay, do that.
So spend a key point. His next attack's at disadvantage now. So comes to his turn. Now that you've had a moment to take in, you just look at your surroundings. There is a whole circle around you, not on the wooden platform that you're on, but just off the side of it. All of them cheering and screaming. Some of them even starting fights of their own off in the crowd. And it's just a whole rabble of bloodied and battered fighters. He rolls, he moves inside, and is going to attempt another kidney punch on you. Ooh, a disadvantage? Ooh, that makes it a 13. That doesn't hit you, does it?
Nope.
Okay. He is
Get
going
sidestepped,
to...
fucker.
He's going to use his bonus action to take the dodge action as well. So your next attack is going to be at disadvantage as well. It's your turn.
Alright. Let's go with... Let's do a normal attack.
Okay. Roll with disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Fuck, hang on. Disadvantage.
16. That hits. Roll damage. Fuck. You do so much fucking damage. You... you sort of like sizing up this guy. Slight to the left, slight to the right. And as you feint him, you crack him in the side of the head. This guy is reeling, spinning back, stumbling back. He is looking beaten and bloodied. What are you doing? That's your attack for your action. You still have bonus action and key points.
I'm gonna save my key points. What's the bonus action? What can I do?
You can
Bonus.
do... If you've used your action to attack, you can use your bonus action to just do another attack.
Do another attack.
That hits as well. Roll damage. I think no matter what you rolled, because you have a +3 on that. Yep.
Yeah.
You slide in with this guy again, and just poof, one in the chest, poof, another in the chest, and as his jaw sort of drops, poof, a big uppercut sends him flying and spinning back, unconscious on the ground. You are victorious. The whole crowd around you
Yeah.
cheers. Everyone stands up screaming. Tons of people have lost money. Many of people are fucking fuming. You see fights breaking out even more so in the crowd now. But your fight is over. You head on back to the man you first spoke to when you came in and had placed your bet with. And he looks up to you and is like, well, didn't expect you to be so good. I'll give you that. You got some cool styles. Ain't no usual pub brawler. Where'd you learn?
Just at some temple, you know.
Temple,
I've been
fancy.
I've been trained in ways.
Alright, I see you, I see you. Come back, take on someone harder. Little whelp like him. I'll be cleaning shit for a couple days now. Well, 1 fight a day for each person, so don't get too hasty. Here's your 30 gold. Please add an extra 30 gold to your character sheet.
Yeah.
Just goes so you would have lost 30 if you lost this fight. And as you sort of like are putting away all this money, you sort of take in your surroundings. The punch bowl, as you've heard it be referred to, really is something. Deep down in the depths, underneath this city, the absolute waft of stench taking, just shoving itself into your nose no matter where you go. The brass walls and ceilings are really just like interesting architecture that you do not see much of anywhere, frankly. But the being in the center of the sewer system now, you see why it is called the Punch Bowl, which you didn't get a good chance at when you walked into this. Obviously, you walked sort of like down the sewers as you got here, but in the mainstay area, this is a big circular chamber that, while it has like a 10 feet path around the outside, pretty much the entire center is just a funnel right down to the center, where all the different sewers are just having their shit pushed by just a steady flow of water down to the center, where you can see there's some sort of like little magical glow in the center where all the shit's being pushed to, but it's never building up. It must be getting diffused or destroyed in some kind of way. Down here in these filthy fucking disgusting sewers, water dripping down from the ceiling, you hear that drop and the drop on the cold brass. There's a whole host of people here, all different kinds of races and ages even. Some old fuckers in this joint. Everybody's up cheering, up in arms, and even just in the small time that you've taken to put money into your bag, another fight has already started. It's a Sparky-looking half-elf versus a small halfling. It does look rather mismatched, but this halfling looks like he's got some sharpness to him. Some human man in his 50s sidles up to you and elbows you a little. He's like, oi! 10 gold on the little one.
I'll take that bet.
Alright, I'll see you. Right, let's let's play out this fight then. Ooh, starting off strong for the halfling. That is a natural 20.
Oh god.
Okay. Return blow. Ooh, that's a natural 5 for the half-elf. That's not looking good. It's a miss. The halfling, it's cocked. And another natural 2! The halfling strikes again. You see this little wasp of a being just spinning around his opponent, literally punching him in the knees because he can't get much higher. But as being punched in the side of the knee, it fucking hurts. And this guy is buckling and buckling. He's going to let out a furious rage of swings. 2 hits that connect with the halfling now. He just starts sort of big haymakers swinging around. Boof, boof, clips the halfling twice with some more damage. The halfling, seeing that his opponent is leaning down, natural 17. This halfling's crazy. As the half-elf sort of puts a knee down to the ground trying to hold his guard up, the halfling jumps off his knee and gives him a giant flying uppercut and smacks him and sends him flying, and immediately stands on the unconscious man's chest and just, yeah! Come on, have some! Fuck yeah! The whole crowd erupting once again. Everyone's losing their fucking mind. There's some beer being passed around, but most of this is just pure, unadulterated love of the fight. Everyone's up in arms cheering, and you get... How much did I say? Did I say 10 gold?
10
So
gold.
you lose 10 gold because he bet on the halfling.
I'm gonna punch him in the face.
You're gonna punch the guy. Roll to hit. It's roll damage. It's a 50-year-old stick. Okay, you punch this civilian in the face and just sort of knock him to his knees. Oh, fucking hell, mate! Already had your fight
Take your
tonight.
gold.
Fucking
Take your
better
gold,
do
you fuck.
cunt. Fuck off, then. And he sort of like wipes the blood from his nose, gets up and starts to like limp around the side of the punch bowl again. The punch bowl, by the way, whilst I did say that the whole thing is like a big funnel, there's a wooden circular platform that's very, very makeshift in how it's been made. Like all sorts of like planks. There's been holes in the ground that you can see have been patched over at points, but it's sort of like at some points like attached to the sides of the walk space around it, but sometimes suspended up from the ceiling. They're just any way they can to sort of not get this to fall into the ground. The half-elf and the human man that you were fighting earlier, you see both of them at this point being handed big 10-foot long sticks and pointed down different corners. You don't know what they're necessarily up to, but that's sort of like whatever punishment may be, this is what's being given out to them pretty quickly.
So if you lose, you have to go do something disgusting, or
Ask around.
what are they doing?
Some half elves next to you just sort of, it's like, you not been here before?
No, I'm new.
Fucking boulder you to jump right in then. Losers go cleaning the shit. Sometimes it gets clogged up the pipeways. You know,
Right.
guards don't really like us being down here, but they also don't want to stop us when we start back up again. So, best way we can do is keep all the shit flowing and cleared, then they never have no reason to come down here in the first place. It's a cycle, but you see how it works. We get our money, we get our fun, and they get a working sewer system. We won't do anything to harm it, but, you know, nice little platform over the top of everything, keep everything clean. Wow, as clean as it can down here. And this is just about how the rest of your night goes. Are you wanting to keep betting? Because I'm not going to roleplay every single thing. Do you want to keep betting throughout the night as it goes?
No, I think I'll leave soon.
Alright.
Come back tomorrow for another fight.
You stay around for a bit. You see some of the fights happening. You see some of the conversations happening. Some maybe underground deals being passed around here or there. But as you make your way back out, it is pretty much the dead of night at this point. I'm assuming you're going to want to make your way back to the inn that your companion slept at last night.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a wash.
You probably will, even though you didn't actually sort of like get in the shit at any point. You still absolutely
I feel
fucking
disgusting.
stink. Yes. So, cut to about 2 hours later. It is 2:30 a.m. The rest of the party have come back to the Lord's Garden in the middle of the night. Some of you happy, some of you not so happy with how your plans has gone so far. And as you're talking out, after meeting back up again about how you're going to deal with things, Kylos comes through the door with a bruised eye and like a cut, not on his lip, but like just above his lip. Like you can see some dry blood has been smeared and pushed across his face. You haven't seen Kylos all day.
Carlos, what happened to you, bro?
You know.
No, we don't.
Let's just say I got to train my skills a bit.
Alright, anything that makes you more powerful, I guess.
Oh yeah.
You've seen Lost or anyone else from our party?
Rain is still absent without leave. They have not been spotted anywhere. Zinni is tired and has gone to bed for the night, not wanting to find out what happens for the rest of the night. And it is just you four, as Cedric has also called it quits, and being a simple man of comfort, has also head to bed. It is
Okay,
2:30
it's my
a.m.
I was
head
just-
The
canon
night
that
is
Cedric is
yours.
just stood there in a T-pose, though.
Yeah. Dex, I was just gonna ask Kylo since he was going as well. Do some role playing.
Go ahead.
Try to connect the dots. Anyway. You're not gonna ask what we've been doing, or?
Yeah, are we there with the dog? Or is the dog back in? the room?
Yeah, Kylos, as you've entered this room, there is a dog that's sort of on Baylor's shoulders. It's a very small, cute, corgi-looking thing that's got like a faint bluish sort of glow to its silhouette. And in fact, now that I've had a bit more chance to prepare, this is approximately what he looks like.
Yo.
Oh, what's with the dog?
Long story.
Yeah, long story.
I got time.
I guess we kind of do now as well. We can try to get a drink and tell you all about it. What do you guys think?
I'm a little bit personally worried about our little old lady waking up. So maybe me and Andros could go deal with that issue, and you can catch Kylos up.
That doesn't sound bad at all.
I do need to. Yeah, I'll go with you because I think it's worthwhile that we get the drugs back as well. Because obviously, if we're trying to make it look like a dog escaped, I doubt the dog would have given her drugs as well.
Drugs?
Yeah, let's get that back.
You guys doing drugs now?
No.
You
I can
being
tell you
used
all about it.
in a way of framing
Tell
an
me,
old
yeah,
woman as she gets arrested. You have a normal.
Let's go over
So-
there, Anxie.
Just before you guys go, so you're just planning on not framing her anymore? You're getting the drinks back?
Well, I mean, the thing is, if you want it to make it look like the dog just escaped, then we kind of need to get the drugs back as well. Otherwise, like, how did the drugs get there?
Or they catch
It
her?
looks like the guard aren't going to take it seriously anyway. So
Probably you're correct. Okay. I wish you luck, guys. Hope everything goes smoothly.
Thank you. I'm sure it will.
I pat Kylos on the arm and start walking towards the bar.
Okay, and you're, I'm assuming, catching up to speed on anything. We don't need to roleplay talking about everything unless you wanted to add in some more details.
No, but does he know what's happened? Should we
I
tell him?
know bits and pieces, not everything, but yeah.
I
I know
Do you
that you
know-
went to an old lady's house. You found out she was abusing animals. She had a dragon.
Yeah.
Cedric wanted to take the dragon. Everyone else said no. Let's get the dog or something. And then you got the dog. Well, you didn't get the dog. You disguised Shift as the dog.
Well, we've got the dog
They
as
did
well.
go out and
'Cause-
find
You
the
got the
dog.
dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the
Okay.
job was to find the dog and bring it back to her. So instead of bringing it back, we decided to use Shift's Baylor's powers and act as if we are returning the dog, but then frame her and try to help all of the animals escape while she's
Yeah.
rotting in prison. However, the guards didn't really want to help us and also were rather suspicious of us, so we had to switch our plan a bit. So currently, Baylor and Andrews are trying to fix things so they don't suspect us further.
Right.
So yeah, we're caught up, I guess.
It
We
is
can continue with the other two.
more or less what happened. Ale, are you back? He said he'd be back in a sec. Yeah, that's pretty much how the session went. Baylor did almost die, being choked to death by a collar as well. Very funny.
Yeah.
And spent 3 hours in a pitch black dark room, not being able to see his hand in front of his own face, and just there for 3 hours before he remembered. He got told by the dog that there was a back door, and it happened to be unlocked as soon as he went over to it, so he left. You left the drugs just in the middle of the table, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what are you and Andros off to do now then?
So we're going to leave Flicker here with Eggsy and Carlos, and then we're going to take a run to save as much time as possible over to the old lady's house.
Okay. Alright. But yeah, Carlos, the dog's name is Flicker.
Right.
In actually telling you the stories, she does tell you that it was told to you that by the old lady that the dog's name was Rufus. However, after speaking to the dog, he said he didn't like that name or the one she chose for him, and said his name actually was Flicker and has been since before she was his owner. And Ale's back. Okay, Andros and Baylor, can you both roll me an athletics check just to see when you're running back to the house how good you make it and sort of like how much time you save?
Is there? Oh, there is athletics here.
Oh god.
It's 2 minus 1 for a 1. Okay. Baylor, you being someone who lives outside and lives in the rough and tumble of the world, very like well versed in sort of like just keeping your stamina up, but now you're constantly having to look behind you at your ally who's already sort of like panting like 2 minutes after taking off. I said it took you like 2 hours to walk over there before. I said even just like starting to jog, it's like considerably faster than walking, so it takes you only an hour now. But at this point, both of you roll me a survival check to see approximately what the time is. Whew! Baylor,
Holy fuck, okay.
looking into the sky and sort of like pitching around, seeing where the clouds are, you can't see the moon at this point anymore. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, because the city is a basin, sort of. It's like lower than ground floor at the bottom. Remember, like I said, if you're on the upper ring of the city, you can see the top of the 40 feet walls in the middle. So even though you can't see the moon now, you know it's close or close-ish to the horizon. You have approximately an hour before daybreak, and both of you have made it to Miss Desiderata Frane's house. The guard is still positioned out front.
Is he still like 30, 40 feet away from the door?
Yes,
or is he right on
he's
top of the
pretty
door?
much stood exactly where he was.
All right.
So I guess first things first, we sneak around the back alley, see if we can see in the window and see if the door's still open or unlocked.
Okay, both roll a stealth check.
I'm just not rolling well.
You are not.
You're not lucky.
Okay, it's been a while. Let's roll for this guard's perception. As you two start to sneak around the back of the house, you're trying to be as quiet as you can, making your way in between the houses. There's quite some decent big gaps between the houses, because as you notice, all these houses here are considerably more well-off and better made, being the houses of the nobles and upper class. And as you're creeping through, Andros, you knock over a whole set of crates, and the guard from out front, having heard that, is starting to make his way over. What are you two doing?
How much time do we have until we get here?
You saw where he was beforehand. I would say it's probably like 10-15 seconds before he gets here, but you do see his torchlight sort of coming closer to the corner.
Okay, so I quickly hand my pouch over to Baylor, and I cast invisibility on Baylor.
Okay. Are you going to still try to scarp her as well?
No.
Okay. Make sure to minus the spell slot. The guard rounds the corner. Hey! What are you doing here?
Oh, thank God you're here. Me and my friends were out here early in the night, and I seem to have lost my glasses. I'm just retracing my steps to see if I can find them. And you haven't seen any of them, have you?
Hang on. Don't I recognize you?
Yeah, as I said, I was here early in the night. We were on a bit of a pub crawl. But,
Yeah, we caught
lost
you
my glasses,
sneaking
but-
here earlier. Your glasses, eh?
Yeah.
Roll me a deception check. His roll of 13 insight beats that. Yeah, pal, I don't know what you're up to, okay? Fuck off.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you see my glasses, can you like hand them in so I
Yeah,
can
yeah,
get them
sure.
back
Now
on?
fuck off.
Okay, and I just start heading off in the other direction.
Okay. The guard sort of like stays positioned there for a while. While this has been going on, Baylor, what have you been doing?
I've been standing as quiet as possible and not moving. I'm invisible, so you can't see me, and I don't want to draw any attention by moving or making too much noise.
Okay. I'll let your stealth check hold, especially now because you would also get it with advantage as well. After about 5 minutes, the guard sorts to head on back. He doesn't head to his first position. He comes sort of like just into the street, so he can also keep an eye on the alleyway behind him.
Where is the back door in relation to the alleyway?
Probably like 20 feet from you where you are now. Like from where you stopped.
Can he see the back door?
He cannot.
So important note on invisibility as well. It only ends on taking so it lasts for an hour.
Mhm.
Concentration, but it ends if you take an attack or cast a spell. It doesn't say anything about like opening doors or things like that.
Yeah. So what you doing, Baylor?
I'm going to go try and open the back door.
Okay, roll me a sleight of hand check to see how gently you can do this. You gently put your hand out. It's quietish. You don't see his torchlight moving at all. And you make your way inside. You are now inside Mr. Desiderata Frane's house. For the record, nighttime in Zemia is incredibly dark. There is, outside of like external light, you virtually cannot see anything, and you are effectively blind at this point, Baylor. If you want to move around, you will have to make a stealth check to disadvantage, but that will be because of your invisibility change back up. Actually, hold on. I know it says... Actually, no, because this is you keeping you from making noise, so you wouldn't. So you... If you want to stay in the current pitch black darkness, you will need to make a stealth check at disadvantage to try and avoid and gently like feel out the room. Or you're going to have to get some kind of like light or dark vision.
I'm just thinking I should light a torch or not. Oh, hang on. I'm inside the house now, right?
Yep.
So I'm going to cast Produce Flame. I'm not going to throw it, I'm just going to keep it on me.
And here's a feature of the spell. Can you pop it in the chat so we can read it? Okay. Bright light for 10 feet, dim for 20 feet. Okay, you can now see you are in Mr. Siddhartha Frain's kitchen. What would you like to do?
I'm going to move into the room with all the animals.
Which is... Well, all the animals is a way to say...
Well, with the dragon.
Yeah.
The dragon.
So this is the back door, and you're coming through here into the main room.
Yeah.
You do see the dragon in its cage, sleeping gently. You see it. Some sofas, some chairs, a table with a jar of drugs with the lid slightly ajar. And you see a lead with a broken collar tied to the table leg.
And my backpack is next to the lead, still right? Because I didn't pick it up last time.
You didn't pick up your backpack?
No, I left it there.
Oh fuck, okay. If you're saying you did, yeah, I must have missed that, but yes, your backpack is there.
I was just thinking about that now. It's like, hang on, where am I going to put the drugs? I left my backpack here. Didn't say I picked up my backpack when I left the house.
Alright.
Alright, so I'm going to grab the drugs, screw the lid back on, because I did unscrew the lid and leave it slightly off.
Mm-hmm.
Screw the lid back on, put it into my backpack.
Okay.
And I'm going to put Andrew's pouch in my backpack as well.
Okay.
Then I'm going to put the backpack on and shapeshift into a wolf.
Right.
I'm going to chew through the lead, so it looks like the lead's been chewed through by an animal.
Okay. Please make sure you've used... I believe that's your last wild shape now, because you got 2 and you haven't rested yet.
Yeah, that's the last wild shape.
Okay. So you... I would say, normally you'd have to roll, but like, you've got a good amount of time, so you can take the time to like properly chew through it. You do leave a chewed and frayed lead still tied to the table leg.
Right, then I'll pick up the collar with in my mouth
Mm-hmm.
and make my way back to the kitchen.
Okay. Right. In the kitchen now. Are you just heading back out?
Not yet.
Okay.
I want her to hate this dog as much as possible.
Ooh. Right.
He's gonna pee.
I'm going to leave a large wolf deuce in the middle of the kitchen floor.
Okay. Should I make you roll for that? Fuck it. Roll me a performance check. You are sort of like trying to get to pass this off. 9? Okay. You do leave a big steaming pile of shit. It does look a good bit bigger than what Flicker would be capable of, but it is there, stenching in the middle of the kitchen in all its glory.
And then I'm going to slip out the back door,
Okay.
leave it open.
Oh, leave the back door open. Okay, still one more sleight of hand check to see how well... I'm assuming you're going back to human now.
No, because I didn't close the back door when I came in.
You didn't
I left it open.
close it. Okay, right.
So I'm just going to walk out the open back door as a wolf. And as a wolf, I'm going to make my way just a little bit away from the house before I shapeshift back into human form.
Okay. Where are you going from there, then?
Back to the Lord's Garden. I'm going to see if I can spot Andros on the way.
Are you heading the same direction you came back, or are you heading the opposite way around?
Headed the same direction we came back.
Okay. Andros, would you have waited for him, or would you just headed straight back?
I would have waited like out of sight of the guard, away, 10, 20 minutes away.
Okay. That's all fine. Why is that picture blurry for you as well?
No, it's clear for me.
Oh, it just took a while to load. There we go. Right, all good. Right. I'd say I'm just probably waiting like here, just like a couple houses over or something. Yeah, you meet up with Baylor, and you both just heading back to the Lord's Garden now.
Yeah, on the way back, Andros has your patch and your jar of whatever this is.
Thanks.
Okay.
Did you manage to wrangle the collar?
I did, and I put out the collar and the little bit of lead that's left on the collar that's all chewed up, and I wave it.
Alright, well, with that then, takes you like hour and a half to get back. It is like 4 a.m. by the time you get back. And golden light is just starting to creep into the night sky above that you can see. You can't see the horizon from here, like I said, but you are just starting to see the light creep into the sky. Anxi and Kylos, you said you were going to a bar for a drink. Was it just to catch up and then heading back as well?
Yeah, I need a long rest
Okay.
or whatever.
If you guys are all heading back, is everyone taking a long rest then?
Yeah, it's a good idea.
May as well, yeah.
Okay. You all head back, take your long rest. Yep, make sure you all press long rest button, and there we go. We come to the morning. Please just don't ask questions about Cedric and Zinni, because I can't be able to come up with RP reasons for them. What are you doing with your day now?
Has anyone else noticed how Cedric is just standing in a corner facing a wall?
Let's just leave him alone.
Is he upset about the dragon? Oh.
Oh yeah, he's sad about the dragon because you guys didn't rescue it.
Okay, but it's probably a good idea to avoid the whole section of town where that woman is for now. I don't think the guards would be happy to see me again, for example.
I don't think they would be happy to see anyone. Well, me and you only, currently. They've seen us, so we should probably... no, we can't do anything.
We
Haven't seen
could
me.
split up. Because we've got a few jobs in town. I mean, I need to go to the market for some business. There's also
Yeah.
the dead job that needs checking out. There's a quest fair. So is it worth splitting up and going to each of those?
Probably a good idea. And while you're in the market, if you can take it up for a disguise kit so we can colour Flicker's fur a different colour.
Yep.
I will see if I can find some paint.
What's going... what are we doing with Flicker until we disguise him?
I think it's best that he stays in a room for now.
Yeah.
We should probably give him some food and some fresh water.
Do you want
And,
to check if he's happy with that? He might not like being locked in a room all day.
Yeah, I'll pass speak with animals as a ritual, and then I'll take time explaining to Flicker what our plan is, so that he doesn't have to stay trapped in the room that we're going to disguise him.
I don't like being trapped inside.
Just for another day or two, buddy. We just need to make sure that you don't look like you normally look, so that nobody gets suspicious and comes and takes you away from us. After that, you can join us on all our adventures.
I don't wanna. Bored. You didn't even give me my steak
How about
yet either.
We'll bring your steak back as well. As soon as we come back from picking up the jobs, we'll bring you a steak, and we'll bring you a ball to play with as well.
You better.
Promise we will, buddy. We just worried that that horrible lady spots you, or one of her friends spots you and tells them, or tells her that you're with us, and they come and take you away. We don't want that to happen.
Roll a persuasion check.
Like a spoilt, grumpy child.
Yeah, you've made him act like such a brat. Oh god.
Isn't there just somewhere I can play though? Someone. I was having
You
so
could
much
tell him
fun
about
in the
the-
market.
You can tell him about the garden he was in.
We can take you to the garden.
There's a garden?
There's a garden here. Yeah.
Where?
Come, follow me.
Okay. And follows you to the garden. He sort of looks around, enjoys the peaceful music and the scenery, and is like, I can play here.
You hang around here for today, buddy. And then when we come back, we'll bring you a steak and a ball. And we'll bring some way to make you look a little bit different so that nobody takes you away.
Okay, you won't take too long though. Right?
But we won't take too long.
Okay. Okay, bye.
Bye-bye, buddy.
Starts bounding around the bushes, sniffing and checking out every little corner of the Lord's Garden. So, you have your day ahead of you. Who's splitting up and who's doing what?
Okay, so I'm going down to the market to get this forgery sorted, and to look for dog disguise kits.
I can go with him since we're the two in danger. We can basically split into two groups: the people that have been seen by the guards and the people that haven't, so we can avoid the places.
Splitting the party,
Near
it's always a
her
good
house.
idea.
Yep, never goes wrong.
Never goes wrong.
So which part of the town is it that you're avoiding?
See the big red line, it's marked dog, just generally anywhere around there.
Okay.
So the market is literally the opposite side of the which is
Alright.
quite good.
What's this dead drop thing?
I
Is
think
it-
the dead drops where me and you are going to go, Carlos.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Do that.
from the guild we know there's another quest in there, which you need to go there to get the info about it. So
Does anyone remember what the quest was? So you can brief your allies?
it was a quest about needing discretion, but also needing like traveling adventurers. Was the only real details it gave, if I recall.
And we're looking for a man named Fowlin.
Okay. For the record, for your notes, for anyone interested, Fowlan is spelt. Where the fuck is it in my notes? Faolan.
Got it.
Right. Let's do the market first. Say like hour and a half to 2 hour walk. You guys make it to the market. Where are you heading? What are you picking up first?
So first place I'm heading is potion seller's store.
Okay.
Potions and
Right.
poisons.
You make your way over to Perry's Potions and Poisons. You see the tent with the full curtain around it, and the little stall up front, and he sees you. Ah, you're back. Come inside. Just come straight in. And he ushers
And
you
follow him inside.
into the tent. You heading in as well, Anxie?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just being awfully silent as his bodyguard.
Right. So, you got what I need?
Yeah, so I take the forgery out, put it on a table, and I put my pouch on the table and open it up to show the jars as well.
Okay. How many jars have you got again?
Let me check. 5.
Okay. And you are handing him the forgery.
I'm putting the forgery on the table, not
Okay.
directly handing it to him. I was putting it next to the jars and saying, here's our card. Where's your gold to pay for all this?
Okay. He heads over and starts to inspect the forgery. Yes. It's good work on this. That stamp looks fucking real. Okay. I'm satisfied.
I also take another forgery on my back and say, no, I've made a lower quality one on the off chance you'll need it for whatever reason. Use it or don't, it's free anyway. Just hand that over as well.
Using a pinch to shove to some dimwit guard. Okay. Thank you. And I'm buying my own supply back off of you. 9 gold per
That
jar.
was the deal.
You have 5 jars. That'll be 45 gold. Alright. Forgery's good. I'm happy with it. Can finally get the townsfolk and the legalese off my back. Right. 30 gold for the forgery?
Yeah, but that seems fine. Yeah.
Okay.
On the condition that if you know anyone who needs a forgery, you tell them my name.
What is your name?
They just say Andros, don't say full name.
Andros. Okay.
I use telepathic speech to ask him whether he thinks that it's a good idea to say his real name to him.
I mean, it can't hurt.
If you say so.
I mean, the thing is, if I want to get future jobs, then there need to be some way of contacting me.
I guess, but you're also exposing yourself as a criminal. Alright.
Yeah, to a criminal.
You run in some interesting circles, Andros. Might have need of some of your ilk again. I'll put word on the grapevine if I do. Here's your 75 gold.
Okay, we'll take the gold and wish him a good day and we'll leave.
I'll see you around.
Before we go, I turn towards the guy and ask him whether he knows where we can buy a disguise kit or something.
Disguise? That'd be more his purview to know where the shops would be, but any old sort of like makeup will probably do.
Lovely. Do you know any makeup shops around here?
There's a store just 3 stores down.
Thank you.
No problem. See you around. And the old man sort of like hunches and starts to more closely inspect the forgery once more. Out of curiosity, Andros, sorry, what have you done with the the stolen thing that he gave you to copy from Anatoly's market license?
So I still have that, and that will be the next place we visit in the market.
Okay. What were we saying, Anxie?
On the way out, I use telepathic speech and tell the guy, "Don't worry, big man. It's solid. You'll be fine." And basically leave before he understands what's happening.
Okay, well, we split the gold between us as we discussed. Obviously, you can't split 75 exactly, so if we just go,
Oh, no. We shouldn't split it exactly. You should just give me like 20 for the drugs and keep the rest because you basically.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, how much do we have for drugs? Because obviously those.
45. So I can just take 20. You did
so
most of the work.
So she's taking 20,
so you
you're taking
I take
55. Yeah.
I literally did nothing. And you were doing the whole business. I just tagged along, so I'm happy to take only 20.
That's fine. So we
Yeah.
head over to the guy who sells jewelry. I can't remember his name.
Anatoly.
Anatoly. Yeah.
So
Were we going towards Anatoly? Wait, I missed something.
I've got a license I need to return to him.
Oh, can we go to the disguise shop first? The makeup store, so we can buy a disguise kit because it's close to this one.
Yeah. Well, okay. We can go there first.
yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay.
I would say we don't need to roleplay this, but one of you take off 3 silver for enough makeup or paint or sort of like gloss or something to sort of like be able to pass this dog off as someone else or another dog, not someone.
And can we see any toy stores or places where we can buy a bow for Flicker?
A what? Oh, a bow. It's like a. I
Ball.
thought
A
you meant
ball.
like a bow and arrow. Oh, a ball. Ball. Okay, sorry. I thought I heard bow like bow and arrow.
Oh no. It's something that he can play with.
Yeah, there's like a pretty close to the makeup store. There's like some sort of like fabric and textiles where you can definitely get something made of it. Run you like
Okay.
3 copper.
Okay, so I
Are you paying
took.
for the disguise kit then, or shall I?
I paid for everything. I took 3 silver for the disguise kit, and I took 3 copper for the other. So I have a bow and a disguise kit in my inventory.
Okay.
And we can go to Anatoly.
All right. So you heading on? Are you just approaching him outright?
Yeah, we're just approaching that, right?
Oh, hello, friends! It's so nice to meet you again. What can Big Antoli do for you?
Oh, it's what I can do for you. I found this on the floor, behind your stall. You should really keep a closer eye on it.
On floor? Oh my goodness! This been missing 2 weeks. Oh god. Oh. You know, not. I'm thankful that I have back, but I am little pissed off. As couple days ago, I paid for a new one. I shall keep as extra hidden under pillow or somewhere, so Antoli wife no get mad.
It's always a good idea to have a spare.
Da, thank you. Is there anything else you like today? You know, always have some new pieces of jewelry trickle in when Antoli wife make.
And nothing for me, thanks today. Just wanted to make sure I was returned to you.
Okay. Make sure you tell your big friend his piece be done 2
Oh.
days.
Maybe we can get a small pendant for Flicker for his color.
Okay. Do you have any like dog pendants?
Oh, we can have like little charms or something. Da, yes.
How
Do
much?
you have any done now? Yeah? How much?
Yeah. Here, take a look. And he brings over like a small tray of like little charms that you'd sort of see on like a little charm bracelet. They're all sort of made of silver. Is there any particular thing you were looking for?
I mean, I would like to get something that we can put on his collar.
Flicker doesn't have a collar currently.
Once we get him one.
Okay.
I'm not sure he'd like having a collar on, to be honest.
You reckon? Okay, then that. Okay, lovely. Well, these look amazing, Anatoly, but I just remembered that maybe it's not a good idea to get one. Thank you very much, whatsoever.
Oh, okay, no problem at all. You're some of Antoli's favorite customers. Make sure you come back soon. You know, always new stock. Always nice to see you regardless.
It's always a pleasure.
Давай. See you around. Excuse me, lady, come here. You need something. And as you walk off, he's already haranguing another customer.
Yeah, and as we head out, I head stop to one of the like meat vendors and buy the largest steak they have.
That'll. If you're going just for size and not like outright quality, that'll probably be.
So it's a mix of size and quality. It doesn't need to be the largest. It doesn't need to be the best quality, but just decent.
I'll run you 2 silver.
I think we need to buy a couple. The Leo Brat will want more. So we should get at least like
I
3.
get 2 of them. They're quite large
Okay.
steaks, so it's not. He's not going to go through 2 of them, I don't think.
Okay. Was there anything else you were heading to this market for again? I can't
Yeah,
remember.
that's
While I'm
it
here,
for
while I'm here, I just pick up some parchment and ink just in case I need it in the future.
Okay, mark another 5 silver then. So, anything else?
No, nothing for me.
Nope.
Okay, let's cut over to the dead drop then. You guys it's not too far away from the Lord's Garden, as you can see on the city map. Once we go inside, it's definitely not the best quality of place for sure. There's a lot of not so nice looking clientele, very rough stone and some place dirt floors. There's like a general sense of like you get your drink and you shut the fuck up sort of thing. There's no music playing. There's some people drinking already. Just singles spotted around, given that it's around. We're starting to get to like. You guys took your 8-hour rest. We're getting towards end of rise right now, so it's probably like, yeah, like late morning sort of thing.
I'm really glad we didn't sleep here, Carlos.
Yeah, it's a bit grotty.
Just a little.
Right, what are we doing here?
So we're looking for a gentleman by the name of Fowden. Let's head over to that pub and see if he knows who we're looking for.
You head on over to the barman. There's just some guy wiping a glass, keeping his head down.
Excuse me, sir.
What?
Do you know anyone by the name of Fowlin?
Another one for Fowlin. It's over there. And it points to an older half-elf man sitting in a booth by himself, very, very slowly nursing a pint.
Excuse me, sir.
The barman's like keeping an eye on you as you're now heading over to him. So you head over to Fallon. You immediately sitting at the booth with him, or are you just standing next to it?
I'll stand for now.
Okay. Hey. What do you want?
What do you want?
We're here about the job that you put up in the Adventurers Guild.
Fucking job. Don't need nothing. What are you doing here? What do you really want?
Legit, we're here about the job.
I didn't send no fucking job. So you can get the fuck out and not come back here again. And as he's shouting this to you, you sort of like see he's got his back turned to the rest of the pub and he's sort of like pointing with his thumb to the front door. And after shouting at this to you, he stands up and walks in the opposite direction. Both of you roll me an insight check.
Yeah.
Kylos, you get the idea that in his shouting, he was very much sort of like being performative and trying to make sure that people around him heard him, because he was saying it sort of like up and sort of like into the air rather than directly to you. At this point,
I think he's
walked
doing-
out the building.
I think he was doing a bit. Let's follow him.
So he pointed to the front door, and he's walked the opposite way to like whatever's in the back. So we're
Yeah,
So we
I
should
think
walk out the front door and then maybe he's there. I don't know. Let's do that. Let's go in the direction he pointed.
Yeah, alright, let's go to the front door.
Okay.
It's outside.
You head out the front door, and immediately as the both of you come out, you just hear it, psst, oi, from around the side of the building, and you see Fowlin sort of like, and immediately disappear around the corner.
Let's head round the corner. Let's go see what this is about. Seems a little bit dodgy, but
He starts taking you into some winding alleys, so you lose all sight of the open streets or any sort of like easy windows into bars or other people's houses that happen to be around here. Hey, about that job then.
yeah.
Appreciate the covertness. Some fucking knuckleheads really haven't got it so far. But yeah. So who are you then?
My name's Kylos.
I'm Baylor.
And
We
we
were-
are looking for a job.
Just the two of you?
There's a few more of us, but we've come for now.
How many in total?
I'd say between 5 and 7 of us.
Between 5 and 7? It sounds like some people are sometimes showing up,
That's
sometimes they aren't.
Some of our friends are unpredictable. Let's just say that.
Alright. How long have you been in this city? And he's sort of looking you up and down and eyeing you up very carefully as you're all saying and talking.
Only a couple days now.
Couple of days, alright. Where were you before this?
On the road, doing some odd jobs.
Yeah. What town were you at?
Well, the Virid side.
Inside? Alright. And you've only been here a couple of times, right. That's not bad. We can certainly use some people like yourself. What have you heard about the local lord of this city?
Not real much.
Nothing at all.
We know he lives in the big house in the middle, but that's about all we know.
Not even his name? Half of it's in the city name. Hope you know that.
Yeah, we know that.
Did you actually be honest with me, Shift? Did you know that?
No, not at all.
Okay, roll me a deception check then.
My charisma's so bad.
As bad as that
Try go for
is,
it.
it meets his natural 5 insight. So right, okay. How were you two and your friends at the more covert kind of stuff?
I'm rather athletic myself.
I'm more talking about being quiet, resourceful.
I can be sneaky.
We've got ways
Stealthy.
of being sneaky and stealthy.
Alright. Deciding on whether I should trust you. I think it's just gonna roll an insight check this thing, so that's a 4. Alright. Listen, got a job for you. For your mates. But don't want to discuss it in the open. Give me a sec. and he reaches into his trouser pocket and he pulls out a stone that has a sort of like a swirling engraving on it. And he speaks into it. I think I'll find a group. Meet at my house tonight. As soon as darkness hits. I'll see you then. Puts it into his pocket. You got one of them Andy maps?
I do,
We do.
yeah.
Right. As you present to him your map, as we go back to the map, he points out his house to you, which is here. At nightfall tonight, you meet me this house. I'll be standing at the front door. And we'll tell you what job we've got.
We'll be there.
Right out.
Fuck off down the alleyway and out the other side. I'm going back in. I'll see you around.
Bye-bye.
So he heads back into the dead drop. And you two are left in this midday light. Nice blue sky up ahead.
Baylor,
Yeah.
what do you reckon that stone was about?
It looked like he was using it to communicate, but I've never seen something like that.
It just looked like a rock to me.
Yeah, it looked like just a normal rock, but just the way he was using it.
Yeah.
Did
It's
he have
like-
an iPhone?
What'd you say, El?
Sorry, never mind.
Kylos, roll me a history check.
History check. That one.
Yeah. Don't worry, never mind.
Oh.
I was off the top of my head. This feels like a bit of a dodgy job, but I think we should at least hear him out.
Yeah, let's we'll give it a look. You're saying at night time, right?
Yeah, at nightfall.
Should we go find the others?
Yeah, let's head back to the inn and wait for them there. Get something to eat while we wait.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys head on back to the inn. Okay, back at the inn. Oh, that's right, we've got the inn music! I forgot about this. How did I forget about the Lord's Garden music? Right. Both of you come back from your little outings. And you two meet up with each other again. You are free to discuss.
Oh, we had a nice day of shopping. How did your job to go?
Well, we met the man, and he said to meet him again later to actually find out about this job.
He didn't give you any more details.
No, he told us where his house is, and that's about it.
Okay,
He wanted to
when
know
does he
how
want to
much.
meet up?
Huh?
So, when did he want to meet us at his
Oh,
house?
at nightfall.
We need to stop going to people's houses during nighttime.
It's at least a different part of the city, so I think we'll be okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I hand over to Baylor a 2 large steaks, and so it actually has the makeup kit for the dog and a bowl.
And I've got a ball.
Oh, thank you. Flicker's going to be super happy with this. It's worth mentioning he did want to know how much we know about the Lord of the City. So I don't know what this job is, but our initial feeling was it felt a little bit dodgy. But I think we should hear the guy out.
Hmm.
Okay,
Talks to rocks as well.
Yeah, he talks to rocks.
Andres,
Did
you've been
we-
here before.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about that?
Not
About the war?
really, no. No, I typically try to avoid people in authority.
Roll me a history check, Andros.
While he's doing that, can I also roll an insight check on him?
Any of you who have been on the island for a significant amount of time, and in society, so Baylor doesn't count, roll me a history check. DC is 18. This is current affairs news.
Is that me?
Yeah, you can count as well.
So about that insight check.
Can you roll me, Anxie, your history check first? And just resolve this.
I don't think I've been here for long.
Okay. It would
That's
have
why I
had to be a
didn't roll
couple
one.
years. Okay, never mind then. Was there anyone? Oh wait, no, it's just there's only 4 of us playing today. Jesus. Okay, neither of you passed. What was your insight about, Anxie?
Whether Andros saying the truth.
Whether
Since he
Andros is
said he
telling the
didn't really
truth.
know anything and he's trying to avoid contact with people, but also he said he said his real name to the guy earlier, so I'm trying to check whether he's being truthful.
Okay, roll a insight check. Andros, roll a general charisma check. As you do not
Alright,
want to
do that.
tell
Just
whether
Never
you're
Let's
mind.
put Prisma on the left-hand side.
because you don't want to know. You don't want to say whether you're lying or telling the truth. Okay.
Yeah,
He's
he's-
hard to read, Anxie. It's a bit difficult to get a grasp on old Andros.
So mysterious.
Okay, sorry, distraction over. Back to the task at hand. So, what is your point of order? What are you guys doing?
So, I mean, first things first, probably want to disguise the dog so he can get out and come with us.
Yeah, let's go. Flicker's in the garden, so do you guys want to come up and let's throw the ball around for Flicker a bit and give him a stake?
Alright, somebody roll me a general dexterity check for using the disguise kit.
Can I use guidance to help out whoever's doing
Yes,
it?
you
I-
can.
I think it should be Kylos because he's a monk, and his
I'm a
dex is probably the best.
dexterity man.
Yeah.
A dex
So roll
check, not a
1d4 as
save.
well.
So, the other one.
And roll a d4 for guidance afterwards. Oh, I don't think he needs it.
Oh, you might, yeah. There's been high rolls, high DCs before, so.
Yeah.
Gotta roll 1d4
Sometimes
as
it's
well.
not even necessarily the DC. With something like this, like it was with Andros's forgery, it's a sort of scale where like how an action like this is like how good you do it. So Carlos, just roll a regular D4.
D4.
It's not on your character page, but you can find it in the dice section, or I think you can just type /roll D4 in chat. 3? Okay, so that's a 24 total. So as you take these sort of like, essentially like a makeup kit that you've been given from those that went shopping, you sort of like start applying some of this to Flicker's face and other parts of his body, but the face more specifically, because this is the part that people usually remember about a dog. And you've sort of like blanched his face, so it's like pretty much mostly white. There is like a couple strands of like brownish here and there, but only like on an intensely close look would someone be able to tell. Outside of the shining blue glow around this dog, there is nothing that you can tell at a glance remains of Flicker.
We should
Patch him
probably
up good
cast.
and proper.
Yeah.
Flicker sort
You
of
look
like
good.
wasn't really happy the entire time you were doing it. Sometimes he's like trying to sniff what you were putting on him, and just sort of like, and eventually, you know, it all passes through. But as soon as you let him go, he immediately just poof and just disappears, and then reappears on Baylor's shoulder.
I mentioned to Baylor it's probably worth giving him one of the steaks now. Keep him happy.
Yeah. Flicker buddy, here's your steak.
And just immediately starts biting and gnashing on it. Just in the middle of the floor, like he's got it in his mouth, but he's like rolling around with it and biting it and just having a great fucking time.
I take a little bit of a steak and just go over to Cedric, who's just standing in the corner, and feed it to Sizzle.
And Sizzle gladly laps up.
I've also. Sorry. Go on.
I just wanted to know, does Flicker understand common?
Try and speak to him.
He's eating his steak now. I don't know, it won't bother him.
Alright then.
We'll check in a bit. Let him eat his steak.
Okay. While waiting for that, I casted my spell and I made him, his glow basically pink instead of blue.
Okay. Yeah,
Well-
prestidigitation can do that.
And I'll
Okay,
be doing that every hour so we can keep him as the pink dog instead of the blue one. Because surely people have seen a dog with blue effects on him.
Yeah, in your time in this city, you have seen quite a few stray dogs. None of them had a glow to them.
Exactly.
Might be worth getting him like a cloak or something to cover him up. Just thinking it might be a bit of a hazard to stealth checks.
It's a glow that doesn't necessarily emit any light. It's sort of like more like like I described it last time, like a pearlescent sheen to his sort of coat. So like when you look at like the sides of him at like a side angle, you just see like a faint blueness. So it's not like a glow that's glowing off his body or anything. It's just if you were to like
Okay.
draw a silhouette, it's like the coat itself is sort of like bluish. So when you are in dark, when you have been in darker spaces before, you haven't been able to see this.
So thinking about the meeting tonight, though, you said it seemed pretty shady. Like, what are the chances? Do you think it's a trap or something?
I don't think it's a trap. I think the guy legit has a job. I just don't know how above board the job is.
I reckon he's off his rocker.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just thinking because obviously we know at least there's two people involved because you mentioned he talked to somebody through a stone,
Or he just talked to a stone.
right? Or he just talked to a stone. But let's presume
Yes.
he was talking to somebody. I mean, we can go, but I think we just need to be cautious.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay, so you guys gonna pass the time and then head over?
Yeah.
How late in the day is it? You know, survival check.
It's about just past midday at this point.
So we've
we
got
could
time
either-
to.
We could either rest and head straight there, or we could go and talk to the wife of the skull.
Or we can take Flicker out for a walk and visit an armorer to see if we can get some sort of armor for Flicker.
I mean, if he's going to be on your shoulder, that's probably not a bad idea. You tend to be fairly up close in combat.
Yeah, is Flicker done with his steak?
Yeah, he's more or so like chewing on a couple bits of fat at this point, but he's finished it.
I mean, do you want to
Okay.
ask him if you want to wear armor first, actually?
Yeah, but I don't want to use talk to animals. I want to see if he understands common. Flicker, how do you feel about going for a walk, buddy?
Just looks up at you.
You want to come out for a walk?
Cocks his head to the side.
I don't think he understands common.
I mean, let me try something. So I use my telepathic speech to say to him, do you want to go for a walk?
He immediately sort of like stammers backwards and starts looking from left to right confusedly.
I again just say to him, don't worry, it's me. I'm just doing magic talking. Okay, so I think it's safe to say he hears something at least.
Yeah, we're going to need to probably spend a bit of time every day training him to understand some basic commands in common.
I mean, if you want to try teaching a dog English, you're common, go ahead.
Just some basic commands like walk and come and stay and things like that.
At this point, Flicker blinks onto your shoulder, Baylor, and sorts to like nuzzle in, feeling like he's sort of like nervous. Still like looking
That's
around
good.
the room frantically.
Do you want to
I give him some scratches while I sit and cast speak with animals as a ritual.
10 minutes later, you have now cast Speak with Animals.
Flicker, buddy.
Hey, be careful! There's some spooky noises. I heard things in my head.
You don't need to worry about that. Over here, this is Andros, and he can speak directly into your head. Nothing to worry about.
That was scary.
I asked Baylor to ask, did he understand what I was saying, or did he just hear noises?
Did you understand what he was saying, buddy, or was it just noises?
No. It sounded like when you guys normally talk. How come you can sometimes speak to me, but not all the time?
I have an ability that I can cast that allows me to speak with you, but I can't cast it all the time.
Oh, you have a spell. Okay.
Yeah. Do you understand about spells?
Yeah. I cast spell.
Okay, cool.
Poof! And he just like blinks from your one shoulder onto your other.
That is the coolest spell, buddy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Alright, so what we're wondering is, first of all, do you want to come for a walk with us?
Yeah.
Cool. And are you enjoying your new look? You look a little bit different, so nobody can recognize you.
He just kind of cocks his head. What do you mean?
So we put some makeup on you so you don't look like you normally look.
I didn't like it.
It's just to keep you safe while we're in the city.
It smells funny.
I'm sure it does. But once we leave the city, we won't have to worry about doing that. But while we're in the city, if you want to come outside with us, we need to do this to keep you safe.
Okay. As he's sort of like looking around, he sort of like looks over to a window. There's. He just starts looking back at your shoulder and then looking into the window. There's another dog on your shoulder.
That's you, buddy.
I don't.
We've made you look different. That's you.
Oh. Right. Oh.
So now, if anybody sees you, they won't know it's you.
Okay. But what if my friends don't
And-
know me?
They can smell you still. You'll still smell like Flicker, don't worry.
I smell like that nasty paint now too.
Yeah, but that Flicker scent is still there. I'm sure of it, don't worry.
Okay. Sort of
And
like
we'll be your friends as well.
nuzzles into your shoulder a bit.
And then the next question, Flicker, is we want to take you with us, so we want to keep you safe. So we want to get you some armor. How does that sound?
You mean like you guys?
Yeah.
Okay. And he starts nodding his head frantically.
Cool. So turning back. Alright guys, so Flicker's cool with the makeup and stuff to an extent. He doesn't really like the way it smells, but he's okay with it. And he's very excited about getting some armor. So we've still got time. Shall we go look for some armor for Flicker?
Whilst you guys do that, I got some business to attend to.
Alright.
Okay.
Shall we meet back at the inn just before sundown?
Yeah.
Alright. Let's head to a blacksmith or a leatherworker's.
So at this point, you've been in the town long enough that you've seen a couple of them around. Let's just cut over to the market. You head on into a shop that's pretty much got like some kind of forge out front. It's got to be some kind of like smithy of some kind. You see a grizzled man behind the desk, sort of like writing some stuff in a ledger. Hey, what can I do you for?
Hi. We're looking to get some armor for our dog. And I pointed Flick on my shoulder.
Armor for a dog. I mean, like, I'm not saying we can't, but like, why? It's a cute dog, but like, why?
We're adventurers, and every now and then we find ourselves in a sticky situation where we need to fight, and we don't want our dog getting hurt.
First time go to such an adventure group. Sure, yeah, of course. It's a bit of a custom job, obviously. Can I take his measurements?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Just looking approximately at size, we're looking, I reckon, around. God, it'd be a while. Probably like 70 gold. I think I'm looking at. If you wanted like a whole suit of armor, I mean. That good with you?
How does 70 gold sound, guys?
I mean,
Out of our
we don't
1,000
need a
gold.
full suit of armor. We don't need like a helmet, and you still need to be able to move around.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
70 gold. That's not is that for a full suit, or is that a?
What I'm looking at, yeah, we're just like the coverage and the work going into making it custom sizable.
And it's not going to be too heavy.
No. We use some light metals.
Okay, I mean we could split 70 gold between us.
Yeah, we can take it out of the 1,000 gold, and then split up what's left.
Oh yeah, have you guys? You haven't split up the 1,000 gold yet, have you?
No.
Okay.
Aren't they? Aren't the money on Genie? Zinni, sorry. Oopsie.
Let me check her character sheet. No, she's just got 44 gold here.
Did
Probably just
no one
automatic
add the
down,
money to
but,
them?
so Zinni has the gold, but we can just like pay ourselves and just put it down as being owed that amount.
Mm-hmm. How much was it? 'Cause I didn't hear.
70.
Yeah, that's fine.
And
much-
how long
how
will
much
it
gold?
take to craft this?
Couple days, I bet. 3 tops.
All right, let's get it done.
Alright, let me just... He brings out a tape measurement and starts, like, measuring Flicker, wraps it around his tummy, sort of like down the neck, the legs. Doesn't bother with the tail. Sort of like all over, just with a little measure, starts marking these down. He's like, alright, got the materials in already, so I'll just start soonish. Pop by in a couple days.
Fantastic, thank you. Do you need anything else from us?
No, that's it. Oh, duh. Names would help.
Make it for Bailo and Flicker.
Baylor and Flicker. Gotcha. I'll see you in a couple days. And he starts heading off to some sort of cupboard and hauling out some chunks of metal.
And everyone should remove 17 gold, 5 silver.
Is that Kylos included? Because he's not here right now.
Oh, he's not? Then more. Sorry.
Are we paying right now, or do we pay when we pick up?
You pay right now. Pay for materials.
So there's 3 of us.
So it's 23 gold or silver.
Okay, I can cover the entirety of it for now. Just when it comes to splitting out the 1,000 gold, I just need to get like the money back.
Okay, sounds good.
Is it 70 or 75?
70. Kylos, where are you heading?
I'm going to the punch bowl.
Alright, well let's go down back into the depths of the punch bowl. As you make your way down the familiar ladder from a grate that you went through before, even as you start climbing down, the smell of shit is already starting to really just permutate throughout every fibre of your being. And as you reach the bottom, you see the half-elf that you lost 10 gold on yesterday stood next to the channel of this shit flowing down. He's got a big stick and he's just sort of like flicking some of it along. He's got some shit over his shoes, some on his hands, but he's really sort of like trying to stay up here and use this stick to move the stuff along below. Ugh. You just moving past him?
I'm just gonna give him a little laugh as I walk past him.
Fuck you too, buddy. And as you make your way further and further in, you do see the crowd of people in the punch bowl. It's a bit lower than it was before because you're not exactly here at peak time. It's sort of like early afternoon while you're here. So like this is usually about the time some people would be starting or finishing work from their like earlier shifts. But there is still one fight going on. It's just considerably quieter cheering. There is right now 2 dwarves having it off against each other, and they're just sort of like on the floor, sort of like both grappling each other. It looks like a fucking ham-fisted mess of a fight, in all honesty. Both of them bleeding from the nose, one of them with an already sort of like closed and swollen eye, but they're just sort of like on the ground half wrestling each other pretty much. You You swaddle on over, and someone catches your attention. Hey, pal! Turtle! Come here!
Yeah.
You take in this guy's visage. He's an older man, salt and pepper, sort of like stubble hair as well, pulled back into some sort of a short ponytail on his back. You whipped that kid good yesterday. Looking to fight some more?
Yeah. I am.
Good. Well, you know, I think you've got the stuff to take on some of the strongest here. That's just my opinion. I think one of my boys overheard you. You got some formal training, have you?
Here and there.
Folks like you do alright here, but they struggle at the top, you know. This is the domain of a different people. Nobody's formally trained here. Everything they know through blood, and tears, and shit. You could probably use my help.
What helps that?
Oh, you know, picking good opponents, knowing some of their techniques, getting a bit of inside knowledge. Anything can be
Okay.
helpful in a fight, you know.
Okay.
Tell
So
you what,
who would you
I
suggest
really
I
want
challenge?
is some little jumped up fucking teenager what's been got on himself a little win streak recently. Right prick. His dad's a fucking knob as well. I'd like it if you could spark him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see if he's in there. And he sort of like looks across the punch bowl and is like, see that little kid with the orange ear? And he points over to him. It's human, and it is like a kid on a shorter end, but you can see that whilst there's like a lack of sort of like a bulky physique, you can see that though he's skinny, it's like his skin sort of like wraps around some muscles. Not that massive, but like there is no excess fat anywhere on him. And he looks rather strapping. He's got his shirt off at the moment. He's sort of like flexing to some people around him. And you can see some sort of older grizzled guy catching eyes with the guy that you're speaking to from across the way. He's like, "Ah, fucking prick. What do you say, you want to knock this cunt out?"
Yeah, I reckon I could give it a go.
Alright. Go issue a challenge to him. His name... Fuck, what's that prick's name? Oh. Percy, that's it. Fucking knob of a name as well. Go over to that man there and say you want to fight Percy. He points out...
Fucking knob of a name.
He points out a man to you who's not exactly wearing a suit, but he's wearing a shirt that's only got a couple of small shit stains on it, but he's sort of like got a very full beard, sort of quite roundish and circular. He's a dwarf, so lower set, heavy build, quite a nice sort of like well-trimmed rounded beard and some big mustache that curls up at the ends. And he's got some kind of like ledger, so you must figure he's the sort of the closest thing to an official that they've got here.
Alright, sir.
Yeah, go on, I know you can take him. I will be betting 50 gold on it. You feeling good today?
50 gold.
I will be.
I am.
Standard 30 gold for you as a fighter, though.
Yeah, I'll have him.
Alright, good. I'm gonna go over to his dad. Fucking tease the shit out of him. You better, or I'm gonna look like a fucking dick. And so he gets up and starts to waddle around the punch bowl. And you are left to yourself. There's somewhat of a hustle and bustle of people. There is a fight going on right now. Those dwarves are still sort of like it doesn't. They're like mounting each other now. Like they're getting punches in sometimes, but like if you were in a different place, you'd think this would be something else. So what you doing?
Watching their fight.
The crowd, they're slowly starting to like die down. Even those that have bet on it to sort of just like looking on with scowls. And eventually one of them does just crack him in the side of the head with an elbow, and he falls limp. And he just stands up. Yeah, buddy, yeah, you fucking know it, that's me. But there's like a couple people cheering from different ends. There's like, this was a hard-fought victory, but hard-fought in a way that nobody cared to watch or had any real enjoyment from. And you see that the dwarf that's got the ledger is sort of like starting to make his way around and sort of like looking at people, sort of like taking a look at them, but not sort of really like speaking to them. And he starts to come past you, looks up at you, gives you a nod. He's keep making his way past you. He then sidles up to someone, a couple people down from you as he's walked past you at this point. So someone comes up to him and says, I want to fight Bob. He's a knob, and I need to take him down a peg. Alright, sir, that's 30 gold entry it is. 30 gold, you fucking know it. Let's get this on! Bob, you cunt! And he shouts from across the punch bowl as Bob turns around. The two humans in their, like, late 20s, bald already, looking wrinkly as all hell, quite sun-kissed from working in the outside farms. You fucking having it today! 30 gold on me! Ben, you fucking knob, you're gonna have it! And both of them hop onto the wooden platform. And they make it to the center. This fight is underway. Let's get some combat music going. Bob opens up with a strike. Catches him in the arm. It's sort of like a glancing blow, but he still gets in some damage. Where did my D4 go? Where the... Did I throw it? Oh, I've got another one here.
Can we get a perception check for Dax?
Yeah.
Find his lost dice.
Okay. Glancing blow from Bob onto Ben. Ben comes back, whiffs and punches, goes for a punch in the chest, but Bob dodges to the side and sort of traps his arm, and he's going for a smack into Ben's jaw. It's a miss as well. Ben dodges back and goes in for a headbutt right after. That landed on my t-shirt. I can't do that. It's another miss. Ben misses with a headbutt and sort of like stumbles forward, and they both fall to the ground. Both of them get up. At this point, the crowd is cheering. This is what you're getting and hearing from some of the chants. Is this is a well sort of like known rivalry between two people. Any takers? 20 gold on Bob, says a guy, a couple people over from you.
Yeah, go on then.
Right. Bob's mine. Ben's going down, you little cunt. Hey! And Ben goes in for a strike on a miss. Bob then comes in with a big haymaking swing, cracks Ben across the chin. Damage dice. Big swing and crack across the jaw. Ben, after stumbling backwards, comes back in. He's got his guard up. He's in the zone now. He's dodging. He's waving. He's going to find a way in. Dodges in. Looks for a kidney blow. Poof! Right in the kidney. Bob is left reading. Fuck! Why did I name them so similar things? Oh. Okay, so they've both taken one hit, right? So, and you bet on Ben, right?
Yeah.
Ben's going in for a strike. Ben, being the dwarf he is, he's a bit shorter than Bob, and he's sort of like, he's also got his guard up now. Both of them are sort of like to and fro, sort of like dodging and like jabbing just wide of each other as they both dodge. Ben he sort of like makes a feint to go right and then steps in and goes straight forward and just punches him straight in the crotch, and it's a crippling blow as Bob keels over forward. Hey, that's fucking disgusting! Fuck yeah! As the crowd just cheers on, absolutely loving every minute of it. Bob, on his knees, is going for a swinging side blow with his arm against Ben. He hits, but he hits his calf and just sort of like digs into it, doesn't really do any damage. And while Bob is on his knees, Ben is going in for a strike and just misses. Ben sort of like falls backwards onto his knees and then in some sort of swift motion backwards rolls and up onto his feet. Bob's now charging in. Bob, with a dodge and a dodge of his jabs, comes in, cracks Ben on the fucking nose. Ben reeling backwards, coming back, also dodging and diving in with one swish right, a swish left, poof, kidney blow. Oh, Ben's reeling. Poof, another right kidney blow. So Ben's doing it. Bob's reeling, and as he's dodging and weaving, pushes him forward, and as Bob sort of stumbles back, he's like, fuck no! And he starts to stumble forward again, but he's stumbling right into Ben's fucking uppercut, right into his nose, push back into his head. Bob fucking falls back, as you see just blood pouring from his nose into his mouth as he's just sort of lying there. The whole crowd erupts in laughter. The guy that you bet 20 gold with comes over to you. You I shouldn't bet on that fucking piece of shit! There you go. And throws you 20 gold. Well, us Bob winning another one. In it take us for some more fights.
Yeah, my turn.
So you head on over to the dwarf who's like, alright then, who are you looking to fight today, son?
That scrawny cunt Percy.
Percy! This turtle man's calling you out. Is you a win streak gonna keep up? You fucking know it is. And Percy jumps onto the platform. He's like, he's already still got his top off from flexing. He's just there, just like, fuck yeah! Percy don't lose to no one! You fucking don't know what's coming, you scaly cunt! And he's sort of just flexing his muscles from back and forth. How are you entering the ring?
I'm gonna somersault over the ropes and do a little shell spin.
Whew! You somersault over the ropes. Actually, roll me an acrobatics check to see how flashy this ends up being. 50. Ooh, that's like a double somersault into like a land and an instant roll, and tuck your arms and head and legs into your shell and just start spinning in place before you pop back out and stand up again and stand on one foot with you make a monastic motion with your hands. You're just leaning on one foot. Any sort of fighting words you want to give Percy?
You're going down, you cunt.
Fucking scum should have stayed in a swamp! And Percy is starting to charge you. Roll initiative for me, please, just see who's going to get the first blow.
Initiative.
Top left it should be. It's not a skill per se.
Oh, yeah.
You are definitely going first. As Percy's charging towards you, how are you making your first strike?
I'm just gonna smack him one.
Oh, come on, describe it for me. How are you going for this punch?
Well, I see him run towards me, and I do a little, like, spin on my one leg, and I, with my outstretched hand, just clock him one.
Ooh, like a spin and then like a backwards back of your fist, just poof, crack him in the
Yeah,
side
like
of
a
his cheek.
backhand.
Oh
Yeah.
God, yes. 11 unfortunately misses. Percy sort of like
Oh.
as he's diving in towards you, puts up his guard and is right leading into your chest, and he's going to attempt to. Let me figure out Percy's stats a second. Fuck me. It's gonna be a. Let's go with. Okay. Does a 15 hit you?
No.
As Percy sort of blocks your one blow and starts to dive in with a left punch into your chest, he sort of like glances off of your shell, goes, "Fuck! What is that?" And he just punched your shell and had no idea what he was getting himself in for. It's your go.
Right. And allow another punch.
So as he hits his glancing blow and scrapes his knuckles on your shell, you. Oh, 16. That does hit, and that is cool. So I'm gonna say that you spin around and you sweep his leg, and then immediately kick him in the chest as his body has been swept and is left horizontal in the air. Roll damage. 5. Nice. Percy is like kicked in the chest and sent 5 feet backwards. Ugh, you! What the fuck is that technique? No worries. Percy's gonna fucking get ya! And he starts charging towards you again, hands up. Typical boxer style, he's like weaving side to side, hands in front of his face. He gets into your range, close. You try and hit it with jabs, he's dodging, side to side. Does an 18 hit you?
Yeah.
As he dodges one of your jabs, he comes with an uppercut and hits you in like the armpit, and it just like pushes your like shoulder up in such an awkward fucking position. It feels awful. You take 8 points of damage.
8. Christ. Okay.
So we're just doing one attack at a time. We're not doing a full regular combat, but I'm going to say you still can use your key points as a monk, but Percy may have his own little abilities. So it's just usually the fights are normally going to go one attack, one attack, one attack, one attack from like each person, but any special abilities that you guys use during fights you can use as well.
Alright. Well, I'll go for another attack.
That's a crit! Go ahead and roll damage. 6, that gets doubled. Oh wait, sorry, hold on. The 3 gets doubled, so that's 6 plus 3 is 9 damage. So...
And
Mhm.
after that, I was going to flurry of blows him. Flurry of blows, but...
Okay, well, as you sort of like... He's like jabbing towards you in his typical boxer stance. He's like... Whoosh, whoosh, like trying to like aim blows on you, both sort of like punching at each other. You just immediately, with your fucking palm fist, just poof, like right in the nose and just crush it into his face. You feel the tendons crush under his under his fucking like face.
Oh, I hate that.
9 damage. I can't do math. Hold on, that's right. Do you want to use your flurry of blows then?
Yeah.
Go ahead. It's 2 hits. 19 that hits. 9, okay. 24 hits. Jesus, okay. That's another 7. So as you've like smacked him into the nose and you sent him stumbling back, you do one spinning kick, poof, in the side of the face with the back of your leg, and then in the most beautiful dancer-like motion, you swing that leg around and jump on the other leg and swing and kick the other side of his head for fucking 16 points of damage total. And Percy's left stumbling backwards, discombobulated, his head sort of spinning, his ears ringing. He's still got his hands up. You can see his eyes are closed and his head's sort of swinging from side to side. He sort of shakes it off, locks eyes with you. Right, goodness, fucking it, you're going down. And he is going to go in and he starts swinging his head from side to side, just sort of like up and down, up and down, up and down, diagonally in different directions. Does an 18 hit you?
Yeah.
That's 4 damage. Crack! One side on the side of your face, and as he like swings his body from one side, he comes up and starts from the other side, swings his body again. Does a 20 hit you?
Yeah.
8 points of damage. Crack! He comes again and swings and hits you. And as he's like swinging his body from side to side, landing a blow with each side, he's unleashing a torrent of blows against you. Does a 19 hit you as he's going down again and swinging? That's another 8 damage.
I'm dead.
You're knocked out from Percy's. Oh!
Fuck!
Kylos,
Huh?
you stumble and fall to the ground. The whole crowd around you cheers. You're not left unconscious because this is deliberately sort of like non-lethal blows. So you're left there sort of stunned on the ground as Percy like stands and cheers. Yeah, that's fucking right. 8 fights, no losses. Percy's on a fucking roll. And sort of just starts punching his hands in the air and starts jumping and running back to his dad. And as you look over, the old man that originally inclined you to bet on this fight is looking at you and looks fucking pissed. As you stumble back to the side, some man in sort of like his mid-40s hands you a 10-foot wooden stick. Is like, "You're off down the east tunnel, you fucking scum! Now go on!"
Alright, off I go then. Like, done 20 damage to me in one turn. Like, what am I meant to do?
Is an ability that I made up on the spot that if he hits one blow, he keeps hitting until he misses, and he just rolled high every time.
That's some bollocks, that is.
It is kind of fitting for you to be like a fighting turtle in the sewers.
So Kylos,
I'm shoveling shit then.
as you are escorted down, a couple people follow you, and they bring you to a section that's sort of like split off down the east pipe, and you see that there's just a massive sort of like build-up of shit. It's sort of like, as you can see this sort of like channel on the screen here, it's sort of like formed a dam where there's like a whole little mountain of shit, and there's still like a small stream of water heading through the other side, but it's like built up all on the one side. You need to start clearing this away, and given that you're new, there is a guy watching you.
This fucking stinks.
This is probably gonna take you a while. You've got this big stick. You may need to jump in and start moving stuff by hand if it doesn't go. But that is your fight over. You are currently on 1 HP, by the way.
Yeah, I am.
Are the rest of us just sort of hanging out in the inn in the meantime?
Yeah.
I said you were all like doing your errands while this was going on. Kylos, roll me an athletics check to see how well you're gonna get rid of this mountainous shit. 7? I'd say it takes you like 3 hours of you sort of like poking and trying to make holes in this, and then sort of like shoveling and flinging the shit along. And eventually, you do clear up the sewer. Also, please minus 30 gold from your inventory.
Yeah. Well, I was on to him when I hit him like 3 times in a row with that crit as well, but nope. You made Percy overpowered.
I'll tell you his stats after the game. Actually, no, maybe I won't, because he's a contender for you to maybe fight again.
If he had 1 HP, I'm fuming.
After 3 hours, Kylos, you have finished shoveling your shit. What would you like to do? You can still head back to the punch bowl and continue to bet on fights.
No, I think after that, I want to leave. I want to have a wash and get ready to go out again later.
In the process, you've got quite a lot of shit flicked up at you while you were operating this. There's like quite a bit like just specked all on you, and even like parts where it's gone onto your face. You immediately try to wipe it, but it just leaves a smudge. It's the most foul smelling. Like normally when you like you're out in the country or something, you catch a whiff of shit because someone went into a tree nearby and just took a little dump. It's like just you smell just like a whiff. Here, it permutates everything. You can feel the smell of shit on your skin and all up your nostrils, in your mouth. It's everywhere while you're here. It's inescapable. And climbing back up one of the ladders nearby, given that you didn't come down the east corridor before, you do find yourself in a different place of town, now knowing the location of another sewer that's significantly closer to the Lord's Garden, but you being flecked and covered with shit, you are now free to head on and walk back to the Lord's Garden. Right. Let's head on back to the Lord's Garden. You guys that went out shopping, eventually, after you come back, Kylos comes in, and like I said, he absolutely fucking reeks, head to toe, and he's got cuts all over him everywhere. This is just your immediate glance. This is a very unhygienic combination to be covered in cuts and bruises and shit. You don't know where he's been, what he's done, but he looks like he's in a right state, sort of clinging to consciousness.
Well, you look like shit.
I like it too.
You look like you got beat up by a shit monster.
Yeah,
What
that
happened?
sounds about right.
Where have you been that you got beat up by a shit monster?
Business, like I said.
Well, next time you're doing this kind of business, it looks like you might need some help, so maybe take somebody along with you.
Alright.
I'd suggest going to the baths, just for the dog's sake.
That's my plan.
Alright. You head on up to the communal bath. You take off your robes, put them in the little prestidigitation box. As the spell slowly starts to clean away the shit from your from your clothes, you head on into the large sort of communal bath and sort of take a nice relaxing dip and let your muscles relax. You took quite a beating today.
Hmm. Do I recover at all during this, or not really?
I'll say you can take a short rest, so you can use whatever hit dice you have available on your character sheet.
Hit dice.
Is on the character sheet somewhere. I believe you have 3 at your current level. Yeah, just above where your attack is, you see hit dice. Press the hit dice button, and you can roll however much you want to gain HP.
Oh yeah. Hit dice.
So you can use up to 3 during your short rest. So that's 1 that's 3 HP. You can use 2 more if you want. So you regain 12, 17 hit points. So you're back up to 18 now.
Yoke.
But an hour later, you're feeling somewhat rejuvenated, and most importantly, cleaned.
Is that 17 hit points?
3, 8, and 5? Yeah. Wait, 11, 16. So go down to 17, sorry. Jesus, maths. Alright. Well, it is around evening time by this point. The rest of the day is yours. What would you like to be doing?
How long do we have until we need to meet up with the guy?
I would say
Fatal?
it's about 3, maybe 4 hours till nightfall.
And how long would it take us to get there?
Only like 30 minutes. He's not too far away from what you've
Okay.
seen on the map.
The only other thing I can think of us wanted to do is talk to the guy's wife, but that might take longer to get to because that's a good while away.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good time to do that.
I think we just wait out a little bit longer until it makes sense to head over.
Yeah.
Okay. You're just looking to pass the time then. Right, well, time passed, it is now darkness, you head outside, and I'm assuming you're heading straight to his house, right?
All 5 of us.
All 5 of you, yes, with Flicker in tow. Let's change the scene and the music, because you are now... Let's just go back to the city map for now. So, you are heading to this building. And let's say just about as you reach there, it does become fully dark. There's lots of lanterns, because like I said, in Zemia, darkness is completely dark. Like if you were just out in the forest, you literally can't see your hand in front of your own face without the assistance of some additional light of some kind. Because though the moon's in the sky, it doesn't give any light to the planet. But there are plenty of sort of like lampposts dotted around the street, so people can clearly see sort of where they're heading. And as you do come to Phelan's house, you do, as exactly as he said, see him stood, leaned up against his front door, arms crossed. Hey.
Hey, this is some more of our crew.
Is this all you, or just who's coming tonight?
Just who's coming tonight.
Alright. What's your names? And he points to the 2 of you that he hasn't met before.
Any reason you need to know our names?
Yes, I'm hiring you. Well, go on, spit it out.
Okay, yeah, I just say Andros.
And you?
Okay, my name is Anxi.
Alright. Come on in then. And he opens the door and sort of like stands and allows you and gestures you to enter. Are you guys all going
Maybe.
inside?
Yeah, I'll head inside.
Okay. As you all make your way inside, the room itself is pretty barren. There really isn't much going on at all. There's some minor bits of just wooden furniture littered around the place, but like I said, it's a pretty barren place. But the first thing that you do notice as soon as you come inside, at the table, there are 2 new people sat there. 2 human people, look to be in their maybe mid-50s if you were to hazard a guess, and they seem to be looking somewhat, like, rather nervous, I'd say. There's a man and a woman.
Who are these people? As I turn to Fowler.
Oh, these are, well, they're going to be your sponsors for your upcoming mission and the reason that you're going to be doing this in the first place. This is Norin and Eleanor. And Eleanor sort of like meekly looks up at you. As you take them in, they're sort of like, as I said, like mid-50s. They're very, very simple clothes. Not poor looking, but just simple. Norin, the man, bit older, bit bald. Some like sort of like balding stubble that you can see cutting it back. He looks like somewhat of a grafter. He's looks like a guy that does long hours, grueling work. Something out in the farms or some kind of like factory moving boxes job, something like that. Norin looks like a much more gentler soul. Got sort of brown hair that comes down to her shoulders, and she looks up at you. Are you lot here to help?
I look around to the rest of the guys and kind of turn back to her and go, yeah, I think so. I'm not sure what we're helping with yet, but that's what we're here to learn.
Fowlin follows past you and pats you on the shoulder as he walks past. He's like, right. You said you didn't know much about the local lord when we spoke earlier. This is a little bit of a... I'd say he caused a little hiccup, and we're looking to rectify that. Their son, as he points to Norin and Eleanor, as they sort of lower their heads and sort of like wrap their arms around each other. Their son used to work for Lord Dewey himself. And his father before him. Took quite a liking to him, the old lord. And he'd worked for him for a good long time. He was a advisor of sorts. You know, left-hand man, always there, getting him what he needs, made sure his itinerary was seen to in that. Dewey, the new lord, did not take a liking to him after his father passed away. Took the reins and everyone's to worse for it. He's a fucking prick. Have you not heard nothing about his new administration of the city?
We haven't. We're fairly new to the city.
Right. Well, let's say Dewey's not the brightest of the bunch. Nor is he a man of integrity. In fact, I don't think he's got a single fucking thing going for him. In fact, Luthus, their son, has ended up in prison. Do you want to have a hazarded guess as to why?
Did you steal his dog?
Fowlin sort of narrows his eyes at you, looks at your dog, raises an eyebrow. Guess again.
Some sort of disagreement with the Lord.
Oh, it's much more trivial than that. What he's formally been charged with is treason. What he did was that he insinuated that Lord Dewey was fat. Yep. We haven't got the opportunity to speak to Luthus himself, but the whole talk of the town is that Luthus called him fat and now he's in prison. We know Luthus better. We know he wouldn't have called him directly fat. Some kind of slip up, some kind of misspeak. But landing in fucking prison? And Dewey's not even given an amount of bail or a sentence or nothing. He's just there, indefinitely as far as we know. So, what we're looking for is is to get Luthers out of prison, whether by legal means or not. Is that something that you can help us with?
I think we can probably help you with that. Give us a minute just to discuss amongst ourselves.
Sure, take your time. And he turns around and starts consoling Norin and Eleanor, Eleanor of which has started to slowly shed some tears.
I can understand why Fallon was a little bit sneaky about this, but it seems like a wrongful arrest or something happened here. What do you guys think?
Are we just going to take his word that that's the reason he was arrested?
You can roll an insight check for those of you that don't believe.
I can also cast detect thoughts. Maybe we can check what he's thinking about.
Sure. So do those insight rolls first. Ooh.
Yeah.
So it's an 8 for Andros. Anyone else
I
wanting to roll
haven't rolled.
insight?
Yeah.
18 for Anxie. Anxie, before you cast your detect thought spell, from the 18 insight, you do. From how Fowland's speaking, you hear a genuine anger. And one that you can feel is rightly placed. There's no essence in what he's said that you feel to be a lie, and you feel that being within his home, he is sort of speaking with a more vulnerability than you think he would normally speak with. You believe he's telling the truth.
Okay. Guys, he does seem rather truthful. I think we should probably investigate whether what the town is saying is correct, and maybe how we can help bring this man. But as far as it seems, this guy genuinely thinks that what he's saying is correct. Would you like
For
to
something like this,
investigate
there'd
further?
need to be. I mean, if it is something we're going to do, it needs to be a pretty good reward for it.
Yeah, we should ask what they're willing to pay.
I'm also kind of interested in how Fallon got himself involved in this because he seems like quite a dodgy character.
We could also ask. Also, before doing anything about it, we should probably ask people we kind of trust in the city if they've heard about it. Maybe we ask Anatoly and the lady in the inn. So
Yeah.
shall we ask them about payment, or would you like to investigate first?
Yeah. For me, I just want to know like why Fallon is involved with this. And yeah, payment.
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess ask him about payment first.
So, Fallon,
Yeah.
how did you end up being part of all this? The two people are related to this man, but what's your role?
I'm a close family friend, and I'm Luthus's godfather.
I see. And what is it in for us if we help you?
Well, of course, we understand you're taking on a considerable risk helping our family. You will be
Yeah.
adequately compensated. We have powerful magical weapon that's been handed down within the family that we're willing to get rid of in order to help, and a manner of 500 gold, which you can also use, I guess, to we'll give you upfront to help with costs of whatever equipment you might think you need if you were to break him out.
What kind of magical weapon? Could you tell us more about it?
It's a javelin.
And what does it do?
Well,
Do you know?
when you when you throw it, it shoots like lightning and leaves a giant lightning bolt in its wake.
That does seem rather useful. I turn towards the rest of the guys and ask them. First, I say that seems rather reasonable. It seems interesting, and I also ask if anyone can actually use this weapon.
I mean, even if we can't use it, we can sell it. I mean, the more important thing
Oh
is,
yeah, for sure.
do they have a picture, or can they describe what he looks like? Because obviously there's going to be quite a few prisoners in the prison. I doubt they have name tag.
Well, that's what one of the things we were going to suggest. We've not visited Luthus in this time because we've known, given that Luthus has been working for the previous lord for a while and then his son, we've known for a long time that Dewey does not like Luthus, and we feel like he was looking for a reason to throw him in jail and to be rid of him. And we feel that, as painful as it is, and he puts his arm around Eleanor, who's still crying more now, we feel it's best to keep our distance, because Dewey can be a vindictive piece of shit. So one of the things we were suggesting you do is go and check on him at the prison. He's a human lad, looks younger than he is. The guards will point him out to you. They'll know who he is, obviously.
Fallon, let's say we get him out of prison in not so savory means. What's your next plan after that to keep him out of prison?
We'll be moving to
Keep
the
him
next town over,
okay.
at least. Gotta get out of this place. Even if we can't get the same high stature job that Luther's had before, the family being together is what matters most. I wanted to suggest to you as well that maybe you don't have to go to these not so legal means, and maybe you could pay Dewey a visit himself and ask, because you've heard on the rumours about him being arrested, wondering what his bail is.
We could.
We'd prefer to resolve any matter in a more legal manner, if at all possible, of course.
As would we.
Random question, but like, what kind of height and build is he? Like, is he a similar height and build of any of us?
He's about, oh, you mean Lufus or Dewey?
Lufus.
Lufus, he's about my height. Bit of a skinnier lad, a bit more used to the finer things in life than I am, blessed as he is. But, yeah, brown hair like his mother, down to his shoulders, gentle face. He'll stick out like a sore thumb in that prison, I bet.
And can I do a history check to see like how the league, to see if I can remember how like the legal system works?
Sure, roll me a history check.
That's not going well.
Not great.
Even with such a low roll, from a lot of the trigger words that have been said so far about it, you can like vaguely reminisce some different cities go about it differently, but those with like a lord will tend to be in the vein of like a sentence is given for an amount of time, or an amount can be paid directly to the lord to set them free early.
I mean, there's that, but I'm more thinking like, is there like a lawyer system, and can he meet with a lawyer?
No.
Okay.
Question.
Fallon. Oh, you go first.
No, go on. Yours is part of the thing.
Fallon, you said he's being charged with treason.
That's what Dewey's been saying, allegedly, yeah.
What's the normal punishment for treason?
Fuck if I know, several years in prison. Maybe execution. But he's been in there like 3 weeks now. And as far as we know, he's not done anything, yeah? He's still just in there.
Okay.
But if you could see Dewey, maybe speak some reason. I know he wouldn't want to hear anything from members of his family, but like some strangers come in, good Samaritans offering to pay his bill or something. Maybe you can help him see reason, change his mind.
All right. Give us a minute or two just to discuss amongst ourselves.
Sure. And while you guys discuss, I'm gonna actually go for a pee real quick, so you do that.
So, what do you guys think?
Okay, I told him to deafen himself. No, he haven't. No, doesn't matter. You've all finished Baldur's Gate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember the lady that was counselor to the Raven Lord or something? I don't remember her name. We had to free her from prison in Act 3.
Yeah.
Didn't kill all the guards.
Cancer Floric.
Yeah, what I did there was basically to cast invisibility on her and make sure she leaves without me killing any guards or her getting noticed. If shit goes too bad, we can just cast invisibility and get them out of there.
See,
If we
that was
can't
kind of my.
pursue.
I had a variation of that plan,
Yeah.
which was basically, I go in, or someone goes in to meet him. They go in with Baylor shapeshifted into a spider or something tiny, like on them. As well as we need to procure, a scroll of disguise self,
Yeah, we need that for sure.
and what we, and also a scroll to, shrink or disguise the guy as well. And the idea is we basically replace him with Baylor, who then uses the scroll to make it look like him, so the guards don't think there's anything else, and it's just one person leaving, one person staying as before. And then later, Baylor can escape by just transforming into a spider or something and climbing out a window.
That's probably wiser, but that would require us getting at least one disguise self. We actually need only one for Baylor, basically. Because you can just go in your normal self, cast invisibility on the guy, he leaves. Baylor stays there with the disguise self on him, and leaves when he can.
I mean, it's probably worth still talking to the Lord first, just to see if there is anything we can work out.
Yeah, for sure. I think we should definitely try talking our way out of it, because imagine the situation where, well, it depends. There should be some kind of windows there, right, where he can fly out of if he becomes a fly. I was thinking of a way things can go bad. For example, if afterwards Baylor is just locked inside and he can't leave.
We can scout out the prison for those kind of options when we go speak to this guy.
Yeah, for sure. We can do that.
I think the issue of that is I don't think we're not going to have two chances to speak with him. It's a case of we do it first time or we don't do it at all. I think. So
That's
I mean,
why
we speak to the Lord first, then I think when we go, if we have to go speak to the guy, I think we prepare for that situation anyway, just to be safe.
And also, when we go to speak with the Lord, we should go. Maybe we go without you, so you can basically move on with the other plan if that doesn't work. So no one's seen you, no one knows how you look, and when you
I
go visit
wonder.
the guy, it's safe.
I wonder if we can convince him that the pet lady is like the real culprit.
Culprit of what? I don't think. I don't think it's basically. Uh, there is any treason. I just think he's just being an asshole because the guy
Yeah,
called
but
him
I
fat.
mean, that's what I'm saying. But we could just claim that the rumors about that all started from her.
I guess. We could try that, but also I do think that you should not come to the guy, or you should at least cover your face a bit so no one sees you. Maybe we use the
Oh yeah, I
disguise
mean, there's
trick
no
on
point
you.
us all going to talk to him anyway. It makes sense to only like send 2 people or something, but we need somebody very good at persuasion to go.
My charisma modifier is good, but who knows?
I mean, this would be a good one for Zinni.
Isn't I? I think mine is pretty much the same as hers. It's just that she rolls higher.
Well, she rolls with advantage as well.
Does she? Yeah, I guess.
She rolls with double proficiency in non-hostile situations.
Oh
Would
wow.
talking to the Lord be hostile though? Probably
I
not.
should
I don't
change the
think
wording
so.
on that to friendly.
Yeah, like not in combat situations, sort of thing.
What's that? Like, is it part of her class or?
It's a custom bonus feature she's got.
Custom for her own character.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck, guys? You all got cool stuff. I had one cool thing and I cooked it.
I mean, at least some of your stuff like is more interesting. I mean, I can breathe underwater.
Let's go.
Very useful in a city.
I'll be able to breathe underwater in next level with the shapeshift charge. But yeah, not the most useful. I think we should take the job. The javelin sounds like a really good item for our barbarian.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely take the job. It's just how we do it.
Yeah, we just need to decide on a plan.
All right.
Which leads to... I'm hearing my voice.
It was my push to talk was stuck, sorry.
That's alright. Till when are you planning to play today? Because depending
Probably
on
not
that, we should
that
probably
much
not continue with the
longer.
plan.
You could maybe like all go to wherever you were next going to go as the first step of the plan. We can call it there, maybe. You guys can also just like prep and think about things right now as well.
We could check with people we know if they know about the situation and what they know about the Lord, so we can prepare.
Okay. Let's accept the job then. I'll speak to Fallon and take the job. Go back to the inn for the night, and then in the morning go chat with Anatoli, and maybe your dodgy potion guy might know something too.
I think we need to talk to the guy's wife before we do anything else as well. The journal did mention about the lords, like possibly knowing about the tunnels. So that could be, valuable information to him, maybe.
Something to negotiate with.
Okay. So what do you think is going to be the plan, guys? Like, point of order, what's the first thing you're going to be doing?
Accept the job, rest for the night, and then speak to the wife of the journal owner.
Okay. Right. Well, Fowlin has seen you talking amongst yourselves for a while. So, what are we thinking?
Yeah, we can do this. We can get your man out of prison.
Great. You see a wave of gratitude visibly come over him. We'll be happy to have him back, by any means necessary. If you do go speak to the Lord, mind your manners, of course he's ill-tempered, but he has audiences with the populace around midday, speaks to a couple of people a day.
Alright. How do we get in touch with you if we need to speak to you?
You can always swing by here. I was only hanging around the dead drop waiting for the job. You know, not my liking sort of place.
Alright. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll get your man out of prison.
All right. The 500 gold I said that you could have up front, we will give it to you up front if you need to buy equipment, but you'd have to okay it with us because we don't want you like running off with it and not speaking anymore, you know. But whatever you do need to buy, we'll fork over the gold and then fork over the rest when the job's done.
No problem. No problem.
All right. Well, I appreciate you helping out some strangers like this, especially something so risky. Hopefully we've made it worth your while and you know you're helping a worthy cause.
It sounds like a really worthy cause, something that we're all for doing.
Great. Well, I'll wish you restful nights and hope that things go well in the morning.
We'll speak to you soon.
I'll see you around. Thank you. And starts walking to the door to let you out. Thank you ever so much. We'd love to see our son soon. As Eleanor sort of like meekly yelps from further in the room.
We'll get your boy back, ma'am. We'll get him back.
And you're let out the door, and the door closes behind you.
Yeah, we're gonna head back to the inn, get a nice rest, and then go speak to the wife of the journal owner. That information might be handy for negotiating with the Lord.
Alright. Little 30-minute walk back to the Lord's Garden, where we have comfortably pretty much been ending every session, which is also a place that I think would be good to end today, because depending on who shows up in the next session, more or less people may be going with you to speak to the guy's wife. So, I think that's where we're calling it tonight. As you entered the Lord's Garden, you will head to your rooms. I just remembered as well, these rooms cost 5 silver per night, so it's been like like 4 nights. This one, this will be your fourth one, fourth that you haven't paid for. So someone cough up. Everyone cough up 2 gold each for your rooms, and I'll take it out of everyone else's character sheets as well. Who isn't here?
Done.
Yeah, updated.
All right.
Yep, done.
That's where we're ending it tonight. Thank you for sticking around, those of you that did, those of you playing and just watching. Done and done.